What's up, Dragon Brood? So today is going to be a fun day. I'm getting to put a card into a deck that I have not ever played in a deck list, actually. Matter of fact, maybe none of them. Well, that's not true. I think, anyway, the card is Niv-Mizzet. I think, though, the first Niv-Mizzet, I might have had a deck that played it, but I've not played any since. So this is going to be pretty fun for me. It also means I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes, so when we get to the video, we'll decide on if it was the deck's fault or my fault. Or if it does well, if I got lucky or played it perfectly. I don't know. We'll see. And I wish I could remember where to give credit for this list to. I think I found it somewhere on Twitter. Maybe, I don't know. If I remember somewhere during along this recording, I'll let everybody know. But this is not a PowrDragn original. This is definitely one I picked up from elsewhere. But let's get into the deck list and take a look at it. And again, like I mentioned, definitely watch to the end of the video, because one of the things we always do is talk about what cards we would or maybe would not change, or which ones are integral, once we play the games and kind of get to see how everything works. But let's hop in here and take a look at this 5-color Niv-Mizzet deck. Or I don't know, maybe it's UMORI Niv-Mizzet. We'll see by the time I decide to label this video what we call it. But yeah, so we have an UMORI in here for various reasons, but the biggest one being that we were able to get away playing all creatures. We are playing 4 Arboreal Grazers, 4 Gilded Goose, and 4 Paradise Druid. And this is just to make sure we can get mana out fast enough so we can actually play everything of the different colors. You just kind of got to lean in on it. Playing a couple of copies of Judith, which does a few things in here. One, it does give you extra damage to finish the game with. It also allows things like your Goose and your Arboreal Grazer to just not be dead weight, in the middle stages of the game. Spellbreaker, beatdown creature, good defensive creature. It's another card that's multicolor. You can get back with Niv-Mizzet. Winota, which is cool for a tricky aspect because you can attack with a Goose and or Grazer and then possibly get out a Niv-Mizzet, and that's kind of neat. Or you can't get a Niv-Mizzet. It's a dragon. You get an Agent of Treachery, or you can get a Kinrith, and that's pretty fine too. No issues there. Haktos, just a couple copies, but sometimes Haktos just gets the job done on its own. It's a solid creature. And then, of course, the couple copies of Kinrith that we mentioned the namesake of the deck, the Niv-Mizzets. And then, of course, Agents of Treachery. And I'm curious if we need all 4. I think the list we put up yesterday, maybe the order of these videos, I don't know. We're recording a lot ahead of time right now. But one of the other lists we had 4 Agent of Treachery, and by the end, we only wanted 3. So let's see what the case is with this one. And then, of course, we're going mana heavy, and we're playing a lot of multi-lands, of course, so 4 Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Ground, Temple Garden, Breeding Pool, Savai Triome, Rogrin Triome, and 3 Ketria Triome. So lots of mana. Though with us having 11 Triomes, we do get to cycle some of that away later in the game. So this would be an interesting situation. But let's get into the games and see what the heck happens. So one of the interesting things as we play through this deck will be if the opponents figure out what we're doing, because if they were to see Winota or see Niv-Mizzet, it would be kind of hard to put your finger on what is actually happening. This one's so close just because we have the Spellbreaker, but I'm going to mulligan it. That's questionable on this if that was a good idea, but we'll keep because we know we can get rid of one Winota and not feel bad about it. I mean, we might even want to draw a land after this. Well, I don't know. Because I'm sort of wondering, like, do we just want UMORI? Like, that could be a thing. Let's see what the opponent does to really kind of drive our decision here, because I'm not too sure. Okay, so we're playing against the cycling deck. So we have time then. Then there's no reason to be in a hurry here. Well, I say that. We could play UMORI. And then that would give us... it's going to give us just 2 triggers either way. Alright, let's do this because when we do decide to attack, we'll be hitting bigger, which makes a difference. And then we'll just see if we get lucky and draw a white land. Because if we do, then we get 3 triggers, and I feel a lot better about that. 2 triggers, not so much. Problem is, playing against Cycling, we do have to take a lot of damage to our own lands, and they do already have a Drana Stinger on the table. I was hoping they weren't going to find much more mana, though. That would definitely play into our favor. Okay, so here's an interesting question. Should we just go for the Spellbreaker and Druid, and then just try to get all the triggers next turn, and see if we can do it? Because stealing the opponent's creature doesn't do much against this deck, and we're potentially dead next turn. That's not true, unless one of those hitters is Kenrith, actually. That would change things. So yeah, I think we just haste. We play this one. We put this other land into play. We attack with everything, get as much damage in as we can. And then set ourselves up for a good turn next turn. We're going to get at least 3 triggers from Winota, and we just have to go for it. Okay, that's what we were hoping for. Because if we can get enough damage on this attack, depending on what we get next turn, we could just be enough to end the game. So that was pretty big. And now, it stands to reason that any of their other creatures they get, that they normally play on these lists, won't be of substantial size to matter much. That works out great. Not another Winota. That is not what we wanted, deck. Definitely not what we wanted. Okay, well, fair enough. Let's see what we can get done. 3 triggers. Well, it's not game yet, opponent. Yep, like I said, first one missed. Second one gets Agent of Treachery. Interestingly, I was going to just take their land. But we'll take a win. Yeah, one of the interesting things about this list is that we're trying to win a couple of different ways, really. And I think that can throw the opponents off because they're not really going to be able to see which way to attack you from, right? Because we could be attacking with Judith. We could be trying to sneak a Winota into play. Like, there are an bunch of actual, like, angles we could come at this from. Let's get rid of that. We're still a ways off from playing it. We'll put one of these with the green mana down. Interesting. Alright, we'll put that one in. And then we'll put this one in. Alright, so now we can at least get a Spellbreaker, get a Judith, do something fun the next turn. However, Judith is a human, so we don't necessarily want to do that if our goal is to get a Winota here soon. Though if we get a Haktos that lands on 3 or 4 against this list, that's probably good too. We have white, red, red, so we need one more white or red source. Well, it did provide a white or red source, and you did your job, deck. Let's go ahead and play the Goose. And that sets up 3 triggers for a Winota next turn. Opponent's just going heavy on the life gain. Sure. Lucky for us, our way to win is not necessarily going to be damage. I mean, it will be, but not immediately. As long as you have 25 or more life. I guess we take 6 and gamble. Alright, if we attack with all 3, we have 1 blocker, 3 triggers. We're going to lose 1 creature, take 4 in the air. They could get there. Hopefully these are good. One miss. Two misses. Oh no. Well, we got a hack dose. It's not great. I'm not gonna lie. Not great. What did we land on? Cost other than 4. So that's probably good against them. Alright, the good news is their angel is not a 4/4 any longer. If we don't block, we're at 2. Oh, at 4. We're going to get 2 triggers. If one of them is Agent of Treachery, if we only get one and it's Agent of Treachery, we're still dead. If it's... yeah, we're just going to go no blocks. If it's Agent of Treachery, then we just have to steal their Sarah Angel, right? And I basically set up a situation where it has to be Agent of Treachery. Because now, if it's... well, I don't know. We could attack double Spellbreaker, Hackdos, and still get just 2 triggers. Kind of want to save our Boreal Grazer, so we just... okay, let's say we do get 3 triggers. If they're both Agent of Treachery... then we take Sarah Angel and the Pride Mate, and they have 6 power worth of stuff. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. Max our triggers. Alright, Kenrith is 1. Doesn't help. We don't have enough land. Agent of Treachery is 1. Boom. We got to take Sarah Angel. Alright! Alright, we would go first, and this is a pretty solid hand, so we're going to keep it. Hey, also, everybody do me a favor. In the comments, let me know if you like me talking through the plays as I make them. I realize I do that a lot, and it's one of those habits I have from when I'm streaming, so people can follow along, kind of see what I'm doing in real time. Which, by the way, if you ever want to catch me on stream, I'm on Twitch under PowrDragn, same name I use here. But Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 9 p.m. to midnight Pacific time. So yeah, you could hop over to Twitch, follow me over there, subscribe here, and subscribe there. That'd be awesome. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, I know in the US, but I think it's also in other countries. If you have an Amazon Prime account, if you set up a Twitch Prime or Twitch account, you can link them up. It's usually a 1-button click. It'll explain the options to you when you sign up. And that allows you to give a free $5 sub to somebody on Twitch every month. And it's totally free. It's something I think people forget about that comes with their package. And I really recommend everybody do it, because even if you don't give it to me, it would be awesome if you gave it to somebody. There's a bunch of people making great content, and that $5 just sits there going to waste and stays in Amazon's pocket if you don't give it to a content creator. And right now, Amazon's making a ton of money. They don't need it. Give it to somebody that'll appreciate it, you know? But anyway, yeah, like I said, let me know if me talking through plays is awesome or it's just annoying. I don't know. Alright, so here we're in a pretty good spot. Niv-Mizzet likely is only going to result in us getting 1 or 2 cards. But the good news is Niv-Mizzet is also a 6/6 and can block Garuda. But also just flies over Garuda. So let's just go ahead. Let's go for it. Let's do all the things. I mean, you know, can't really complain about a turn 3 Niv-Mizzet. And we get all kinds of stuff. Great animation, too, by the way. Alright, so we get Judith. Spellbreaker. Cactos. Yep. Looks good. That is a nice, nifty pile of things to have. So while the opponent's trying to ramp up to a Garuda, we're just going to play in Judith and attack with all of our things on the ground. Actually, we won't. Yes, we can. We have a Paradise Druid. Oh, or not. We'll just play a Winota, and that's just infinitely better. Get our triggers. Oh, man. 1 miss. 2 misses. We didn't miss the 3rd time, though. Yeah, this is good, because even if the opponent found a way to, like, sweep the board or something, we have more action in hand. Yeah, even if the opponent were to Garuda this turn, we don't even care. Yeah, that's pretty much game. Yeah, I think that last game is a good example of how you can just sort of attack from a different angle than the opponent's expecting there. We'll keep this, because again, we get to set up a Winota, which could be pretty nice. Go ahead and play the Goose. Actually, we really can't. I mean, we can, but it doesn't do anything. So we're more likely to set up a Haktos, if anything. Actually, no, that's not even good. Actually, this hand's not great, honestly. We might have backed ourselves into a bad hand here. We could play the Druid. I mean, if we played our Boreal Grazer, we're going to have access to the same amount of mana next turn. Doesn't really do anything. They're playing UMORI, though. Doesn't really tell us much. As obviously, we've played many an UMORI deck. I'm going to go ahead and just let this enter tapped. We're going to play this. Get this land into play so it's at least useful next turn. Because if we draw another untapped land, we want to be able to play that. And then maybe we can Winota with 2 triggers. Alright, so this is what we're doing. Fair enough. Alright. Or do I want to just play UMORI and then try Winota? Which might be smarter. Problem is, I just don't know. It's just a Paradise here. But they could be playing the Bat, and then that's probably bad for us. Let's just go ahead and do this first. See if we just get lucky. We missed. We hit that. That's not the worst, I guess. Alright, the good news is here, if they have the Bat, it'll just hit Winota. If not, they're likely to just play Asterix. Or if they don't have anything good, maybe they just UMORI on this turn. Try for something big the following turn. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely think I mismanaged this hand, or this sequence, pretty badly, truthfully. I do not feel confident about the way I played this. Rule Spellbreaker would be pretty nice here, though. Get an additional trigger off that Winota would be real nice. Okay, that doesn't really help much. And by much, I mean not at all. We can still play UMORI and a Paradise Druid next turn. Yeah, you know, let's just do it. Like, you can't block... Well, you can block this. It has reach. Okay, fine. Kenrith, sure. We'll take it. Oh, what happened? Ah! We didn't get our due. Oh, I must have clicked through. That sucks. Ugh. That's the worst. Oh well. At least we have another Winota to back things up. So unless they remember they can instant speed a bat, we should be okay. If they even want to instant speed a bat. I have no idea. I mean, instant speeding a bat may or may not be enough anyway, depending on what you draw here, because if we get it... Well, now that sort of changes things. Yeah, I was going to say. So we lose X, they gain X. That changes the math quite a bit. Alright, that was actually a pretty good turn for them, because now there's... I don't think there's a realistic way that they die. We are attacking to get 3 triggers. Can't effectively play a Haktos. We're either a red or a white short, depending on how you look at it. So... attacking with Judith does nothing here. Not really. So we're really just looking at 2 triggers. Agent of Treachery for one of them. We don't want to take UMORI, because that's silly. Can I not? He has protection? Oh, it's because it's a Paradise Druid. So I could just take their UMORI, really. They have 3 black sources, so we can't take all those. Alright, we'll just take their UMORI, and then it'll die. We'll keep the attacking one. We will shoot the opponent for 1. I mean, they could opt to block our Paradise Druid. Nah. And then next one misses. I mean, they have to block because the trigger's from Judah. I guess I should have attacked with everything, planning to try to hit an Agent of Treachery. So we have 1 thing die. Yeah, I guess we just kill their Gem Razor. Oh, we can't target the Gem Razor. Duh. Again, for the 3rd time this turn. PowrDragn, how dumb are you? Alright. Well, now, if they kill our creatures, they'll just start taking damage. So they almost have to get rid of the Judith here. Alright, that's cool. We do lose some life. So if they can do it again and attack, we're dead. Oh, nope, it was a land. Well, now they're dead. Yeah, they attack. We will most definitely block. Shoot the opponent. And then that's it. Yeah, for all those people that say you have to mutate onto a Paradise Druid and that's how you win. Well, my opponent did that last game and that was not what I would say was their best plan. So, just saying. I'm keeping this. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to play this hand out. I don't think it's Plague Goose this turn, so let's just put this in tap. Unless we drew an untapped land, we weren't going to like turn 3 or turn 2 Spellbreaker or anything. And then we can just set up a turn 3 or a turn 4 Niv-Mizzet here, and it won't be that big of a deal. If we get an untapped land, we could Goose and Spellbreaker. Oh, well that's convenient. Huh. Well, I guess I'm just going to do this since we're kind of on the Winota plan now. I know the opponent's not going to be able to really, realistically be able to make more than 1, maybe 2 fairies, so we're not that worried about it. Yeah, they could cycle here, get 2, fair enough. Alright, game on. Let's see if we get there. Nope, missed. Well, the good news is, next turn we get to attack with Paradise Druid. That was a bad block by the opponent. They should have just waited till they had... Well, I guess they're going to get 2 fairies this time anyway, so I guess it's fine. Assuming they have another cycle. That is a cool animation. Alright, we'll know what's in their hand. That makes a lot of sense then. So if they discard 1 or more cards each turn, draw that many cards. For each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. Alright. And the question becomes, do I attack with just both of these knuckleheads? I think the answer is yes. Kinrith, we will take that. Well, I don't want a second Kinrith. Would have liked a land. Well, we do have a land. We can just put this UMORI into play, actually. Because it'll be bigger than most of what the opponent's going to do. And it still allows us to keep getting triggers from the Winota. Too bad, though, we didn't land one of those Agents of Treacheries. That would have been awesome. If we'd have landed an Agent of Treachery, we basically would have been set up to start ending the game on this turn. Alright, Fox matters. This is an interesting cycling variant, because I had a Jeskai cycling deck, and I did not include Riel, which is an interesting choice. It actually makes sense. Not something that I tried, though. Alright, so their plan is just make a really big Flourishing Fox. Fair. Now they wait so they can cycle twice on our turn and get 2 more tokens. Yeah, I was going to say, oh, why do we draw so many Winotas? That is the wrong thing for us to do. That is a very bad thing, actually. What to do here? I mean, we could gain Trample. Yeah, I was going to say, does that just not end it? Yeah, it's funny, just as I was about to like attack and give them all Trample, opponent just scooped. I have to admit, as crazy as this deck looks on paper, like, because I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of like a mess. It seems to do okay. Like, this will probably be the game we lose here. Unless we just draw land, which, I mean, we could get lucky, I guess. Well, there's a land. Good news is opponent's playing Obosh, so we feel like we have a little bit of wiggle room. Not much, but a little. Don't want to get overconfident here. Playing Obosh with all the menace, which means we're not going to have a huge window here. We're not going to be blocking the opponent's things, so might as well get some attack action in there. Really needed to be able to play UMORI that turn. Put a Death Touch counter? Sure. Yeah, it might be just too little too late. We'll see, though. I mean, being able to have these as blockers doesn't hurt. And the Spellbreaker having Death Touch is nice. Though the opponent can still have, like, Murderous Rider and stuff like that with Obosh, because it is an odd cost. I mean, why not? Spellbreaker shock? Okay, fair enough. Don't like it, but I can respect it. Do I have all the colors? I can get red, green. I mean, we could Niv-Mizzet here. But we have to go to 9, which very likely they're going to play Obosh, which means we take 4, so we'd be at 5. We'd have to get it done that turn. We're really hoping to even draw a Winota off the top here. I think that's our plan. Black, red. Yep, we have all of it. Oh, that sucks. That was near the worst. Oof. Oof. Dang it. Nope, maybe we'll get lucky and find one. That's all we can do at this stage, I guess. Wow. That is not good. Alright, well now you gotta be blocked by 3 creatures. So that's a real problem. So we're probably just dead next turn. Yep. Yep. Well, I guess not quite. Actually, no, I messed up. Because I shouldn't have played this. I should have just played the Kinrith. Put them all toward blocking 1 creature and hope that the Kinrith lives. That would have been the play. Yeah, that was an error on my part. Yep, here comes the Obosh. We have to attempt to take out the Howlbonder. Because that's the only thing that gives us a shot the next turn. And we'll just take our 4. But if they have something to shoot us, we're just dead too. So we really need to stick something big here. We got to get rid of Obosh. Oh, that's just not going to do it. It's not going to get us there. Oh, man, that's a killer. Yeah, that was the mistake. We should have just had the Kinrith on the table. We misplayed it, for sure. Did that to ourselves. That's always the worst. Always the worst. Yep, knew that was coming. Yeah, see, if we'd have had the Kinrith, it wouldn't have died on that set, then we could have spent the mana this turn. Alright, let's see how this works out. Let's see what's going on. Everybody, I'm amazed to see how many people already are using the flag sleeves. That's pretty cool. Or we could just sit here and wait. That's fine too, Arena. Not trying to entertain the masses or anything. Yeah, we'll definitely keep this. Definitely keep this. I think we'll go... We're going to keep... I'm just trying to figure out, do we want to go Goose Druid? Or do we want to go Grazer Land? Well, let's see if we get a land, because that'll determine... Okay, then we definitely want to go Grazer here. Because then next turn we can go Druid, Goose, and then try to Winota for all the marbles. So many cycling decks today. Alright, sure. I wonder if Cycling's one of the bigger best of one decks just because it's... I think it only even uses like one rare or something. Not that that's a bad thing, I just think it's amusing. The good news is, we've played against enough of these. No, most of them aren't packing direct removal main decks, so... if we draw a land, for sure we can just Winota and get 3 triggers, hopefully. If not, we will get 2 triggers. Perfect. Let's do it, team. Let's do it. Agent of Treachery, because we're going to take their mana. Nothing. Kinrith, boom. So now they can't even kill our Winota or anything, so that should be game. I mean, it's a lot of damage on the table. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. I was like, because there's lethal just on board before any other triggers happen. Okay, so the deck wasn't bad. I have to say, I did mess up that one game against Obosh. I think we could have won that one, actually. Had I played that Kinrith the turn prior, we could have blocked. We'd have been at the same amount of life. But then Kinrith would have been able to gain us at least 5, if not 10. But we would have had a couple of 5. We'd had a 5/5, a 6/6, and then some smaller creatures to block up. And Obosh wouldn't be able to kill us. So definitely could have won that one. Maybe even come over the top with Niv-Mizzet. But otherwise, pretty cool. So first time out, I think I could have played the deck more efficiently. There was definitely some early turn decisions I might have messed up. But the deck's pretty cool, so if you're looking for a deck to play as Niv-Mizzet, give it a shot. I like this one. I will likely keep this one in my arsenal to play a little bit. Maybe even on stream somewhat, just to break up the monotony of some of the other decks. But it's cool. It does play a lot like a beatdown deck. You're just getting to your damaged creatures sooner because you're playing so many ways to ramp your mana, so it's pretty neat. I like it. But again, let me know down in the comments what you think of the deck. Let me know what you think about me talking through all the plays and stuff. Some people appreciate it, some people don't want to hear it. I just want suggestions to make the viewing better for you, so you just let me know. Also, remember to hit the like button, and on top of that, remember to smash that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the summer. We're making great pace right now, and that'll help us get monetized. So please, 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 if you haven't done it, please, I beg you, hit the subscribe button, smash the subscribe button, and remember to hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I have a video up, which right now is almost every day. But that's all I have for you today. We'll see you next time.